paper magic will survive like the heat death of the universe, and will...
Oh, it's a smuggler's copter. Would you like to crew this? And then it crashes because they don't understand arithmetic.
All your cards belong to me.
2 minutes into macing him in the eyeballs, I switched to pepper spray. He's like, yeah, it's all right, refreshing. And went back to the mace.
Magic is dying. I'm done. Selling everything.
I might be a hoarder. And yes,
I don't have the crayons or glue to explain this to you right now.
What, are you gonna die twice?
Oil will be worthless before magic cards will.
Well, okay, Dr. Man.
That's Mr. Dr. Professor Jason.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here, Brainstorm Brewery, coming to you as always. Corbin Hostler here, joined by my co-hosts.
What do you mean we're here?
JJ, we're retaking that.
No.
It's too late. No, it's dead.
Come on. You can't take criticism because you said co-hosts.
No, I picked up before that even. It's over.
Well, good.
The dead take.
Good, and now we're talking about it. Hey, everybody, This is how the sausage gets made.
Do better. Listen and learn.
Hello, everybody. Welcome
Corbin, just
back
because
to
you have a
Brainstorm
CRT
Brewery.
teleprompter doesn't mean...
I was getting there. It was better. We were on the flow. Like, sometimes
Yeah,
you just got to
but-
get going.
This boy's spitting.
Listen, we make this cast sound so effortless, I think people would enjoy hearing that. No. Sometimes we
I
have
had
to
a
do
whole
2 or 3
intro
takes
bit
on the
planned.
intro before we make a flawless episode.
I had a whole bit planned. I was going to talk about how I'm the LeBron James of podcasting because I recently watched an interview where LeBron James said he went to the LeBron James of feet to get a medical opinion. And it got me thinking that I'm probably the LeBron James of this podcast.
You're the Tiger Woods of podcasting. Neither of you can drive.
I don't know if Tiger Woods can drive or not, but I have to assume it's true based on the confidence with which Jason said that.
Ironically, Tiger
No,
Woods.
that was the joke when his wife got mad at him for cheating. She chased him and he tried backing his SUV out of the driveway to get away from her and he wrecked. And someone's like, wow, you think Tiger Woods would be able to drive 75 yards?
I thought that was a much more insensitive joke about how Tiger Woods almost died in a severe car accident a couple of years ago when he fell down a mountain.
They just recycled that old joke that was less messed up. Right? It was an old joke from
It's
before.
like a miracle for him to be able to get back out on the golf course. And you're like, it's funny that he can't drive.
The most physically demanding sport of all time. Golf.
Hey, bro, they have to walk.
They have to walk like 12 miles.
One time I tried to walk 18 holes in Oklahoma, and I got heat stroke and had to get carted to the back home. No joke.
I'm just picturing Corbin just in a hospital bed pretending he had a heart attack, and the nurse just gives him a juice box.
I was having such a good day on the golf course too, but on hole 14, I just died. I walked up through the sun. It was 100 something degrees. That was the end of it for me.
Well, it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy because the more golf courses there are, the hotter the earth is.
Yeah.
Vicious cycle.
When I think global warming, I think my local municipal golf course.
I do too.
As Battlefield Forge says, golf sucks and it always has sucked.
And there's the magic tie-in. We did it.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. We are going to talk about some of the latest developments. We've got some hints about upcoming sets, as well as story details from those sets, if you are into the Phyrexian invasion of the world. We have a cast special MTGStocks game coming tonight. And we've got all your favorite segments. So let's dive into it.
You're reading off a bulleted list and you don't know what to say about it. You said we've got some story updates? No, we don't.
We do.
They don't come here for that.
They came here to hear about this.
No, we have the story updates, and we're going to interpret them, but we're not giving you updates.
Shieldred is
Breaking
dead.
news! Jace got Phyrexian eyes, see?
Breaking news, Jace and Vraska had apparently dope mind sex in the last story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
We're not doing story updates, now we're talking about them. Yeah,
That's,
Jason, I knew it was a good
That's the most
point.
relevant lore update of all time, and they refused to put it on a magic card like cowards.
Corbin, I didn't read the whole lore. Somebody posted the paragraph that you jerk it to, and I just read that.
I
read half of it.
I read that too.
This story is a huge watershed moment for a lot of Magic players because Jace, for a lot of people, was designed to be their
self-insert.
The self-insert,
Yeah.
right? And Vraska's the goth girl. So many Magic players got to, for the first time, see representation of themselves actually getting with the goth girl. Just saying.
Yeah.
Watsy's pretty progressive.
That's okay.
No,
I read
not
a
even,
little
okay,
bit of.
Vraska's the rebound goth girl from the Liliana goth girl.
Yeah.
It's
But
It was
she
like
Liliana.
he got dumped by a cure goth chick, so he went with like a toxic cyberpunk goth chick,
Did you
like
say
a hot topic chick for his rebound from his girl who listened to the Smiths too much.
I'm just saying, Jason and Leon had a problematic age difference, and we gotta talk about that.
What were you talking about? Jason's problematic age differences in these references. I'm pretty sure you just dropped 80s bands there, Jason. Did you say the Smiths?
Yeah.
Did you say what kind of girl? Did you say a
The
Cure girl?
Yeah.
The Cure.
The Cure
The
is
Cure
back
kind
in
of goth
Vogue,
girl, yeah.
and the Smiths are back in Vogue because when you're talking about male manipulators, you talk about the Smiths.
What's a Smiths? The Cure. 1978.
I'm with
Yeah.
Corbin on this one.
But it's back in Vogue.
1976 they formed.
It's not back in Teen Vogue. It's like
It's back in goth community Vogue,
It's
goddamn
back
it.
in Vogue because only boomers are still reading magazines like
Oh.
Vogue.
Corbin, that's because you don't hang out with any like mid-20s goth girls. All
Corbin,
of them
do you
are
think
trying to
In
get back
Yes,
Vogue
on
means
unfortunately,
In
you're
Vogue
right.
magazine? Do you think it's IN Vogue? You think it's IN as in Vogue magazine? Did you think that was what that meant?
Do you
Yeah,
know
man,
what Vogue
that's why they
magazine is
named the
referencing?
That's why.
That's amazing. You probably thought that. That's so funny. I love that. Thank you, Corbin. It's fun being your friend, man.
This is a Magic the Gathering podcast.
It is, and that's why we're talking about.
I don't care if it's in Vogue. I don't even read Vogue. Love it.
If it was an auto trader. If it was in guns and ammo.
If it was in Finance Weekly, it'd be on topic.
give Corbin a little bit of credit. He's only seen one goth girl ever. It was in an 8th grade museum tour. Like,
Are goth girls a thing in 2020?
I think they're extinct in Oklahoma, but I could be wrong.
Cass is having a name.
Cass is so affronted.
Did you just ask if goth girls are a thing in 2023?
Do you know who's not inconspicuous?
I don't know what to say. I don't know what part of any of that to address.
I guess maybe
He's
I
asking
just
if there are goth girls in Oklahoma. No.
experience
No,
different parts
no.
of the world.
No. Oklahoma's not allowed to have anything nice.
Remember, we talked about before the show the homeless guy who has a sign that says, "Give me money or I'll vote for Biden." So it's just not the same sort of. And I bet that person killed it.
I'm still trying to figure out if that's a threat or a promise.
It's not a promise because as we determined they wouldn't be able to vote, but it is likely
like
effective.
Oklahoma's going to let a homeless person vote.
Not for Biden, they won't.
I'm going to vote for Biden. And they're like, whatever, Stinky. Give me 5 forms of ID, please. This is not a poll tax. Show me your library card.
All right,
I can't go back to the library. I kept washing my feet in the sink.
Let's jump into the next set. I mean, we had the fun story details. Something. The Phyrexians are getting beaten by Jace's mind prison or something. I only read a little bit of it. That's not the point. The point is we've got some teasers for the set and for the commander set. So I'm just going to read through here. We've got 14 hints from Gavin Verhey about March of the Machines commander.
You mean Mark Rosewater?
No, I don't. I mean Gavin Verhey, March of the Machines commander, and then we will hit Mark Rosewater for March of the Machines proper. So I'll read through these. Just tell me, if jump in if anything jumps out at you. How about that? There is a red card with Enchant Planeswalker. So have fun with that line of text.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it, but okay. There is a card that calls back to a specific group of cards from New Phyrexia. That Phyrexian mana.
Raiders?
Praetors, maybe.
I don't
Living
know.
Weapons, maybe.
Could be
I mean,
Living Weapons
They're
like an evergreen.
mirrored and
mechanic
besieged
now.
in Scars originally, but
True.
All right, there's a card that begins whenever you cast a Phyrexian creature or artifact creature spell. Nice
sure.
and generic.
Sure.
There's a card with the same ability 3 times.
Probably like a
Cascade.
command.
I hope it's
Cascade,
Cascade,
yeah.
baby.
Cascade.
There's like the one
Cascade.
Guilds of Ravnica modal card that's like choose the same mode up to 3 times, and you can like give something +9/+9.
Yeah, plain
to
white
multiplayer,
celebration,
it's
I
just
believe.
that.
There is a cycle of cards that all have ability words. Will of the Planeswalker.
But by ability word, do you mean like is that like Will of the Council
They're
effectively? It's just like flavor
when we
text
made
that
the
defines
D&D
mechanic?
set, every activated ability needs an ability word. It's
I think it's what Jason's saying. It's the D&D flavor text.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, next up, there's I haven't seen this. There is a card with the parlay mechanic.
Ooh. Fuck that. I like that mechanic.
You mean Parley?
I do not like that mechanic myself. For those who don't know, this is where each player reveals a card, and then you get something based on what is revealed, and then each player draws the card. See it in Commander occasionally.
You see it when Sylvala tries to cast Pain Glacial Worm.
There's a card that cares about merfolk. Let's go.
Next.
There's a person who cares about merfolk. Just one person.
I'll take that preview.
And it's the
way.
Professor Community College.
I'll take
Yeah, the
preview, by
merfolk
way,
expert.
Kevin.
Everybody
Look at that.
knows
Shut up. Shut
that
up.
if you want merfolk advice.
Cut it. JJ, cut him. Cut him off.
Isn't it Nikachu or whatever that guy's
Cut
name
the
is?
audio. Cut the
That's a
audio.
Nick
Kill
Cash,
it.
you're thinking about the Pokemon with the yellow cheeks.
He was making some really good points about
Kill
running
it.
negate in Modern Merfolk, and
God.
Corbin just disregarded everything.
Next
he said.
up, there is a plane that references an iconic creature from Alpha. It's probably Lord of Atlantis.
It's probably Herloon Minotaur.
Probably
Good news.
Sarah Angel.
Good news for the people always asking me about Kithkin. There is a new rare Kithkin in these decks.
Ooh. Ooh. A new rare Kithkin.
Whatever.
Has there been a good rare Kithkin that wasn't Gaddock Teague?
Wasn't Thoughtwef Duo like very good?
Thoughtwef Trio, I believe.
Trio, whatever.
It's really funny because Cloudgoat Ranger was... Okay, Cloudgoat Ranger's a giant, not a Kithkin.
Yeah.
It made Kithkin.
Wisenson
Thoughtwef
was an
Trio was,
uncommon.
I guess, fine. It was 3 Kithkin in a trench coat, which was very funny.
I used to pick Knight of Meadowgreen out of bulk because it was but that's because it was a knight, not a Kithkin.
It was also like a $3 or $4 card for a long time.
Well,
Yeah, it's like a 2/2 lifelink.
With
It
first
kind of.
strike.
I mean, it also was like in the Kithkin deck, so I mean,
Right.
It kind of mattered. All right. There's an Angel Ally, and there is a Phyrexian M11 Titan in the set. So which of the
Oh, a
Great
Phyrexian
Titans
M11
like
Titan, that's cool.
With Sun Titan,
I hope
it's the
it's
one that got
Frost
killed.
Titan.
The Sun Titan has the cycle of like the Terminate is the Sun Titan dying, and then the Animate Dead is the Sun Titan coming back to life.
But that doesn't mean it would get Phyrexian. That's like not an indicator
Right,
that it would.
but it's like a Titan that's had a story arc of some sort. It's like people have some investment. That'd make the most sense for me to like make it Phyrexianized.
I think Primeval Titan would get the most clicks.
That's fair.
Well, that would be a little bit of a problem to have in the.
Oh, it's completed Phyrexian.
It costs Phyrexian green,
Yeah,
and
Primeval.
4.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, it costs Phyrexian green. Here, yeah, they're gonna pay 4 life when they kill you on turn 2.
4 life and 4 mana for a 4/4. It's fine. It's a 4/4.
If you
what
deal
if
them
it is?
17 damage on your first turn, hey, they can't even.
What if it is?
You can't even pay the
What
life.
if it is? I was thinking like it was just going to be like like they made a Grave Titan with art that looked like Phyrexians. No, you all are probably right. They probably just took Prime Time, gave it Phyrexian mana, and made it a 4 mana card that gets you 1 land instead of 2.
Actually, a Grave Titan that makes Phyrexian mites would be pretty cool.
Just saying. All right.
Mites are white, so it would have to be like a Sun Titan. I don't know.
Well, they're colorless.
Mites are colorless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
they're
all the cards
colorless.
that make them are white, though, right?
They're you're thinking
Yeah.
like there's the 3 mana white card that makes them, but
As long as
they're
we're talking about
colorless
Kithkin,
themselves.
how about Inferno Titan with what was that
Infect?
ability?
Infect.
That Stigma Lasher had when it hit him, they couldn't ever gain life again.
Yeah. I love Stigma Lasher. I think it's like kind of a dog design in terms of memory issues, but
Yeah.
a creature that like gives your
I like
opponent an
that
emblem
card.
would be pretty cool.
I was just gonna say, just give them an emblem.
I
Yeah.
bet they would probably just say give him an emblem if they like reprinted the card.
yeah.
That's sweet.
There is a new card with Eminence. Yep.
Love that.
Yep. You read that right.
Eminence
That's
is
the
a
wording there.
fine mechanic. Like we're just talking
It's
about
so
emblems.
good.
Eminence is
So
just
much
an
fun.
emblem.
It's
Yes.
so much fun.
It is just an emblem that you get
just-
for free.
But you can like design
Everything's
around
an emblem.
They don't. The design is bad. They all suck.
They don't all suck. Dude, there's one that lets you take one of their permanents every turn.
They all suck to play against.
Oh.
Like, they
well,
all suck in the context of enjoying Commander.
it.
you don't have to watch me take a 5-minute turn. You just watch me thumb through your deck.
Hint number 14. There is finally something that creates a 1/1 butterfly creature token with flying, only previously found in Magic Online in paper. Hashtag free the butterfly.
What?
I don't know what the hell that means.
Next, I don't care. I'm not spending.
Has
Has there
energy
been a
on this.
butterfly before?
I think there was a Momir avatar that made a butterfly.
There was a
Maybe, I don't
caterpillar
remember.
from Visions. I feel like
Oh,
turned into
true.
a butterfly.
True.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it makes
I'd like-
a 3/3 butterfly.
I'd like to go back to the
1/1?
one that
I think it's
cares about a
1/1.
cycle of cards from new Phyrexia. I've
That's
seen
just Praetors. We solved
suggestions. I don't know. What if it's Chancellors?
I don't think that those.
You know-
they're avatars, right?
That
set
would-
is lit, or that
I
mechanic
can
is lit.
I considered
was a
using the
tight
Chancellors as my MTGStocks game this week. I didn't, but that would have been a really good segue if I had chosen them.
Yeah,
Well, because it says you're saying that the card in Phyrexia has reference to those cards, right? Like direct. So it'd be like
it just says it calls back to a specific
Oh,
group
calls
of
back
cards.
to okay.
To a specific group of cards. It doesn't say cycle. It just says group of cards. So I don't know. I just think Chancellors would be cool. It could be something like Splicers. And make
Chancellors
all
are
those.
significantly worse in Commander, though.
There's also the Exarchs.
I did think about
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I did-
yeah, that's true. That's true. Those were really good and limited. And
I'm
then
just looking at the
obviously-
new Phyrexia spoiler.
Sorry. Huh. Okay. Well,
Send
there
me the
you
God
go.
book when you're done.
It's in French, unfortunately. I don't know how to translate it for you.
All right. Well, that's the Commander teasers. Now let's dig into Mark Rosewater's teasers, and there's a bunch here. We'll work through them quickly. But Mark Rosewater says there will be numerous cards that mechanically care about Phyrexians. How about that? That's a spoiler right there.
Mechanically care.
Buy Vanquisher's banner, I guess.
There's it says there's a transform card coming back with Ixalan coming up later in the year. I'm sure that there'll be more transform, so I'm not surprised to see them. The question is, it says a double face token when the transform. So we'll see how that works out. A card that costs X U 4 U's.
I
Repeat
didn't hear-
style.
one of those
What was
yet?
that mana cost again? I'm
X
sorry.
U.
We have XXUUUU, right?
Yeah, it's probably some card draw spell.
All right, this is a bit of a tongue twister. A variant of a mechanic returns to a premiere set for the second time since it originally.
It's only been in a premium set previously, or only been in one set plus a premium set.
So it says a variant of a mechanic returns to a premiere set for the second time since it originally appeared.
Okay.
So I look
I've-
at that and Chroma, and then we got the variant of Chroma becomes Devotion, right?
No, Corbin.
We had
Okay, I've got a thing pulled up from the MTG data science guy.
Oh shoot, okay.
Nice.
We have the list of the. I
Read
remember
his
I wanted to
articles
talk
on
about this.
edhrec.com.
All right, let's look at the list here. In Magic Data Science, MTG_DS on Twitter has provided a list, a handy list here to look at. Got a bunch of cards that could, of things it could be. Among them are Delirium, Monstrous, Constellation, Enrage. I mean, there's like 30 different things that could
Living
be here.
Weapon
Battle
is like
Cry, Living
The
Weapon.
most likely one, right?
Cohort.
Ugh, Cohort was terrible.
Yeah.
Living Weapon is possible.
What if they make
Like-
Cohort good?
I also
Rebound,
think
maybe?
ninjutsu has a possibility, because like this set takes place on all the planes, and we could see some stuff on Kamigawa going down.
True. Yeah, that's right. We don't know. It could be more like one-off. If it's, I guess I don't know, but maybe it's like a time spiral type thing.
Well, maybe
with a bunch of
it's a
different
keyword
mechanics.
ability attached to a legendary creature that makes an appearance, Avengers Endgame style.
Could be like Yuriko shows up.
It's
one
a
of the most
Deus
popular
Ex
commanders.
mechanic. Nothing.
That was good. It just took a second. Personally, I hope it's Dredge.
Ooh,
Yeah, Dredge is on this list.
Slogurg. Not
Hideaway.
What's his name? Girl.
Overload.
Hideaway, when they brought Hideaway back in Modern Horizons 1, I forget what the card's called. It's the 2-mana 2/1.
Yeah,
That's
Watcher,
Watcher
Watcher
of
for
Secret
tomorrow or
Ways.
something like that.
Watcher
That
of
card
Tomorrow's, yeah.
is such a pristine design. I love
The
it.
card's cool.
It's very clever.
Uh,
I think my top 3 picks for this, what this mechanic could be, are Living Weapon, Evoke, or Exploit.
I think Battlecry is also potentially likely because that was associated with the Phyrexian invasion last time.
True.
I'm going to say Dredge, Modular, Populate.
Okay, so Corbin's wrong.
Really,
That's
it's
fine.
not an unpopular mechanic, is it?
Modular.
They'd have to. I think Populate's like a limited
Just look-
mechanic.
I looked at the most broken
Sure.
cards on the list and then Populate.
They're like, here's how we're gonna give you your Phyrexian Ravagers that you need.
Well, it'll be fun. That'll
Modular could
be
fun.
yeah. Well, that'll be cool. What do you hope to see, Jim? You big poppy.
break.
You're on the Populate train here.
I don't care about a one-off mechanic.
Yep, I hear you on that one. All right,
Like,
next up. Oh, go
I
ahead.
care about EDH and like anything that small. Just it's hard
Yeah.
to care unless I'm building that specific deck. I
Yeah,
kind of
especially
like
in the mainline set.
I kind of like keywords that matter for a whole set. Keywords on one card. There's nothing to do financially. It's just sort of a bummer. So you
Yeah.
called me out. you wanted to know my opinion. There it is.
A legendary creature returns, not seen since Homelands. So bust out your Homelands, I guess.
It's Chandler, baby.
It's Chandler, right?
Do you guys
a-
remember the April Fool's Day prank
With-
I did like 4 years ago where I wrote an article on MTG Price about why Chandler was the #1 card on EDH Rec? And Dawn made some fake graphs for me. And I wrote an article about what to spec on for people building.
Building
Because
Chandler
like
decks.
Chandler's broken now because of
That's
oh God,
funny.
what was it? Paradox Engine. Paradox Engine's untapping Chandler, which makes him dangerous, and you can keep them off of their Paradox Engine.
Was that before or after the Pirate Stompy thing happened?
Oh, that was
remember that?
before.
Before.
That's crazy because like
Pirate
I remember
Stompy
the Pirate
was
Stompy
amazing.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Pirate
so
Stompy
funny.
was so good. All right, next up, a
Stealing-
creature
steals
capable
the
I
of...
made
Paradox
so much
Engine?
money on that Pirate Stompy stupidity.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Oh
like,
yeah.
every store that ever sold Mercadian masks still has like all the pirates in foil for like a nickel because that stuff just never sold. It was amazing.
I mean, I just like had some sort of bulk and I pulled out like 15 Rashadan foot pads or whatever and sold them for $3 a piece.
Yeah.
It was free money.
Yep.
Deck was fun.
But like I don't want to gloat too much when like some people got bamboozled and some of them maybe listen to this podcast.
Yeah, maybe, but who cares? It was fun to actually play the deck. Occasionally it would work, and you'd get somebody.
I mean,
there was a,
it was
there
like,
wasn't
it
a
was
deck,
like
but there
a
became
better,
a deck.
It was like a better ceiling, but a less consistent version of the werewolf stompy people were playing. It was a lot of fun.
I also
It's an
think-
amazing chapter of Magic history, that's for sure.
If you're gonna get got by a fake like buyout, fake like price spike thing, it being Pirate Stompy is objectively pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. A creature capable of dealing 11 poison counters. Lightsteel reprint.
Unlikely. Blightsteel, like, reimagined? Probably.
Lightsteel 2.0.
What if it's Blightsteel with Toxic
It's still
11?
completed.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's Blightsteel
No, it's a
reimagined.
Darksteel Colossus that got completed, and he fights the Blightsteel Colossus. Whoa! I should write Magic lore. And then they have Mind Link sex.
It's actually Ulamog who's been Phyrexianized and has an additional power.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
That's
All right,
one of my first Commander games I ever won was playing Corrupted Conscience on an Ulamog from Rise of the Eldrazi.
Corrupted
Conscience is an
Conscience should be
underplayed
in
card.
every single blue
Yeah.
EDH deck right now.
It's so good.
Oh, you got an Atraxa? Now I have an Atraxa.
All right. Rin returns with a new partner. We know to be.
I wonder what
Realm
this will be.
Breaker. Realm
What returns?
Breaker.
Ren.
Ren.
It's Realm Breaker, also known as Ren and 8.
I bet it's
Uh,
not Ren and 8.
It's Ren and Realm Breaker. We have the card already.
I bet it's Ren and Stimpy.
Okay. 2 draft archetypes that have a creature type matters component, one of which is Phyrexians. Okay, whatever. We get the 10th blank and blank sword.
We already know what this one is too.
Sword of
Yeah,
what is
you
it?
called it already.
Sort of
It's guaranteed.
hexagons and
What did I call it as?
You called it sort of Hoot and Holler.
Sort of Hoot and Holler. That was red green. I was wrong on that one.
That's pretty good. That's a good name. I like that. Now, isn't it kind of sad though? Like they're finishing the cycle and it hasn't been a relevant cycle in like 10 years.
I mean, the red green sword like sees some play.
It's relevant for when you sell cards. Like all of them still sell.
I know, but like these used to be like the top end of your Stoneforge Legacy. You know? Ooh, they have a Sword of Fire. Nice. Ooh,
Now you can just get a Trailblazer's Torch or whatever it's called. It gives you the initiative.
yeah.
All right, next up here are some rules text showing up on cards. You may cast spells with flash or flying from the top of your library. An aura, god, or demigod card, where X is the excess damage dealt this way, if you're a big fan of excess damage. This spell can't be copied. That's just odd. Activate only if you cast 2 or more spells this turn. Each player can't cast more than 1 non-Phyrexian spell each turn. That's a prison piece we could give. X twice, where X is the number of lands you control. Whenever a permanent you control transforms or a permanent enters the battlefield under your control transformed. Well, now we're just talking day-night mechanic, if they say it like that. If the opponent protects it, remove a defense counter from it. So have fun with that. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you haven't been dealt combat damage since your last turn, you draw a card and you lose a life. Well, there's a bunch of hints in there of things coming, right? Defense counters.
I think the defense counters in like the last one are maybe battles.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. Huh. I'm a big fan of excess damage, though. I'll say that. I like that. Where, like, you know, your spell deals 4, but it has, like, trample.
Oh, yeah. Just instant sorcerers having trample is good.
That's just a nice mechanic. There's a cool arena card that deals 4, and then, but if 4 is excess, then it, when you cast your next spell, it deals the excess again to another creature. So, like, splits a removal spell up.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's some cool stuff like that. Well, this set will be interesting. I'm not going to lie. I don't actually know anything about the set besides there's battles, which no one knows what that means. And there's all the team-up cards, but I don't really know what the story is or what mechanically it's going to be about.
Well, there's a big machine and it's marching.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Or is it mini machines marching, but the plural
The machine is called
machines
Hasbro, and it cannot be stopped until it takes over every other IP.
Until
Devouring Street Fighter. Nom 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 nom. Now you're
until
Street Fighter
profits
Magic
are tripled.
cards. We are Hasbro. Our Nerf gun division lost $450 million. You need to make a $9,000 booster pack. Reprint Black Lotus in regular back. Do it. Hasbro's hungry. Mattel's kicking our ass with that Barbie movie. Nobody saw a fucking Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie. Are you shitting me? We actually said, hey, let's get Hugh Jackman to do Rock'em Sock'em fucking Robots. Are you kidding me?
Don't worry, sir. Don't worry, sir. I'll make Battleship 2. It's going to be great. Battleship 2 the movie.
Doesn't the Barbie movie come out on the same day as Oppenheimer?
I thought Mattel didn't exist anymore.
It's all the money they made from Earring Magic Ken.
I'm going to tell you about this new Magic set.
What does an Earring Magic Ken go for these days, I wonder? There's like a finite
Wait a
number of
minute,
them.
Jason!
What?
Hasbro tried to take over Mattel 5 years ago.
You know, I feel like when
There would
Hasbro
be
does things
Barbie
like that,
fucking Magic cards now if that had happened.
You're right.
when Hasbro tries things like that, it goes against my trust for them as a company. It really is anti my trust. You could say it's antitrust behavior. I wouldn't say that, but you could say that.
But nobody in the government has the balls to say it.
Well, March of the Machines is going to be fun. I think that's what we're saying. Right?
What do you think gets Magic first? Antitrust laws or gambling laws?
Gambling.
laws.
Gambling laws. No way. The gambling
No,
lobby must be. If every commercial, when I watch a hockey game, every fucking commercial,
DraftKings.
yeah.
But you're right. You're right. But at the same
you finish
time,
a commercial for a gambling app, and the next commercial's for a gambling app every time I watch sports. So like, if that's gonna, I don't know, man. I think the gambling lobby is alive and well.
But I think those people know they have like 5 years tops before shit gets regulated. Like it's already bad and it's only going to get worse. And so they're just like trying to push the money button as many times as possible before it gets taken away from them.
They're cryptoing it, yeah. Like it's just
like you don't have to make money over 20.
Everything's a grift these days.
well, everybody, this is probably a really abrupt cut for you, but that's because we were recording some after hours, which of course you can find if you're a subscriber at patreon.com/BSB. We appreciate all the support we get there. And we also appreciate all the support we get from MTGStocks, the best place on the internet for all your Magic financial information. You can look at the premium side of the site, which will give you alerts, price tracking that you can't get on the other free tools. It is by far the best website in the game for this, and the place we go to for all of our breaking bulk picks.
Breaking bulk time. Breaking bulk time. Break.
Oh, yeah, breaking bulk. There's so much good stuff.
It's a pick. Breaking bulk. The end.
And this week, I'm coming in with a new Phyrexia Black Uncommon in honor of this all this March of the Machines talk. And I'm confident that you...
Reaper of Shieldred.
What did DJ say? That was wrong. What did Jason say?
Despise.
Nope. What did DJ say?
Reaper of
Reaper of
Shieldred.
Shieldred.
Shit, DJ was right.
Oh, I was going to say Phyrexia's Caress, but I think that was Besieged.
No, I think that was New Phyrexia. Caress of Phyrexia is New Phyrexia.
That's the one, yeah.
It's also
but
a fun,
Phyrexia's Caress.
super fun card to play.
Yeah.
Reaper of Shieldred is $1.25. It's a $10 foil. It has, in fact, it's a 2/5 for 5. Whenever a source deals damage to Reaper of Shieldred, that source's controller gets a poison.
Does your Roku pick this, DJ?
Yeah.
It has to, I guess. It's over $1.
He doesn't
My
even
threshold-
correct me anymore.
My threshold for bulk is 35 cents market price.
Do you have a buy list price threshold? Or do you, like, what if something's not being bought for more than a nickel, but you hold
The
it?
only price threshold I can use is market price, is TCG
Okay.
market price.
So you cranked it high enough that, like, even if it's not being bought for even, like, a dime or anything, it's worth sitting on?
The general rule for like stuff that is 35 cents is it gets listed on TCG at direct for like 50 cents or 75 cents. I just list it higher.
Oh, so you're picking to your outs.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There are tools out there where you can just like feed your TCG player inventory as a CSV file into something, and then it will spit out all of the best buy list prices. There are buy list price aggregators out there, so you could just like pick all those cards with the Roka and then upload them via CSV file, and then put that CSV file through a tool, and then that tool will say send all of these cards to Card Kingdom, these cards to 95, these cards to ABU. So there is a lot of like automation in the industry.
But
And
like
that's
you have
artificial
to do that
intelligence.
on a big enough scale that the amount of shipping to a different place offsets the the difference in price. So like if you're not sending out like thousands of dollars on a buy list order, I would just send them all to the same place. But like if you're doing big buy list orders, a tool like that's super useful.
Yeah, I typically opt to just send to one place for that reason. All right, Jason, what are you looking at for breaking bulk this week? DJ got mine a little faster than I might have hoped. So we'll see if we can stump him here.
Well, none of you are gonna get mine. This is a black uncommon from Gatecrash.
Oh, this is my favorite set of all
this is
time.
your
I need
set.
to know this.
This is your set.
Mono black uncommon?
Yup.
Why am I blanking on the set symbol for this?
Is
It's
it the White of
it's like
Precinct
a bridge.
6?
It's like a gate.
It's like White of Precinct 6?
No.
That card got reprinted.
That card got reprinted a few times.
Is Shadow Alley Denizen common?
That's common.
It's a common, yeah.
And I don't think that was from Gatecrash either. Or was
It's
it?
got to be a mill card.
No, it does not have to be a milk card. It's
Crypt
not
Incursions.
necessarily
Oh.
Dimir.
Dragon.
There
Does
was
it have
also
the
Orzhov.
is that the exploit mechanic? It's the whatever the
Oh,
it's like a 3-mana
is this the
exploit
Debt to
creature?
the Deathless set?
No.
What was Dragons of Turkey?
It is the Debt to the Death.
No, exploit, extort. That's
Deathless
what I
set,
mean.
but
Sorry,
it is not Debt to the Deathless.
I meant extort. Sorry, not exploit.
No,
Oh,
that was
Extort.
Dragon's Maze, I think. Yeah. that
extort was
Dragon's-
also.
Oh wait, no,
in
I know what you're
King
talking
Crash.
about. I know what you're talking. Throw Parasite.
Throw
Parasite.
We did it together.
Parasite.
We got there.
Takes counters off of sagas.
No, sure.
Tom
clever.
fucking Bombadil is very interested in that. But also, you should play every extort card you can. Here's my impression of every Magic player. Okay, I got a mana. I guess I'll extort. Wow. Blind Obedience is actually really kind of overpowered because you got that extort. Let me play none of those other cards in my deck ever. Thrall Parasite should be in a lot of black decks. Taking counters off stuff is very good. And taking them off sagas, and repeatedly Chainer's Edicting somebody or something like that. I mean, these Bombadil decks are going to be absolutely unhinged. This is going to be a $3 card unless we get more of them.
Which we're not going to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the card's got a lot of problems for reprinting.
Yeah.
But it's
No one's
it's not
touching
just
Thrall
because it's
Parasite.
not just the sagas though. Like people have been trying to take counters off. Like Hex Parasite's been a pick for like weeks now.
Blast Zone. You take it off your... Oh, it says non-land.
So this one can't work with Urza Saga, to be
You
clear.
can't cheat out Marilage like in Cheater. You have to use a different black
different
uncommon
black.
from like the
Yeah.
golden era of Magic for that.
Speaking of black uncommons, I have a black uncommon from Ikoria for my Breaking Bulk.
Bastion of whatever.
Remembrance, yeah. It's not like a deep cut or anything. I found that I had like 30 copies of this card because when Amazon put the precons on sale, I bought a bunch of cases of them. And yeah, this card was like not that much then. Card's like, CK's paying more than TCG low on this card right now. So like,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
the card's worth like $3 almost.
It's a blood artist that's hard to kill.
Yeah, it comes with a token. It comes with a free guy.
And it's another blood artist. Like, it's just
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. Love that card.
I
All right, DJ, finish it off. What do you
I
got?
feel a little flustered that I didn't bring a black uncommon to the party.
Fucked up, but go ahead.
I brought a Scars of Mirrodin colorless artifact creature that has no reprints. I know if I say Scars of Mirrodin colorless X, I'll get flack, so I'm specifying in advance that it is a creature with no reprints, and it's a colorless uncommon.
From Scars?
Yep.
Is it the
The shell. The 4-drop.
No. Whatever you're thinking, no.
You think of it's a 5-drop is the one you're thinking of, Chrome Shell something or other?
Yeah.
The imprint guy?
Oh, yeah, it's not that. That's, no.
I keep thinking Ferropede, but that was like a whole Mirrodin block before. But
Necropede,
Ferropede's, like,
Necropede is
in
close.
the news.
Necropede is the infect one.
Oh,
but
it's
not
the
that.
Yeah, okay.
No, wait.
Uh,
Vector Asp is a common.
Correct.
Is it Icarmere?
Nope, it is not Ichor Clawmere.
Ichor Clawmere is common, right?
Ichor Clawmere is also common, yes.
Um,
I think it's... Oh, fuck.
jeez,
I played
uncommon
so much
creature.
limited this set, too.
Oh, is it the clone shell?
This card was like, okay, Cass, this card was like 12th or 13th pick.
Okay, so it was
Clone
not limited
Shell,
playable,
come
so I don't
on.
feel
It's gotta
bad
be
about
Clone
not
Shell.
knowing it.
Soliton?
No.
Good
Soliton's a
guess.
heater. That card's a common, though, I
Dark
think.
Steel thing.
It is Dark Steel,
Dark Steel
Mirror.
Mirror. Yeah.
Oh,
It was
the
basically
indestructible
worthless
one.
until the recent Mirror legendary creature. It is now over $1. Just no reprints, just a 3-mana 0/1 indestructible. Pretty not great card. I probably wouldn't even play it in a mirror deck, even if I was playing Urtet. I think there's probably better things to do with your mana, but pick them and sell them.
I don't like this card because I somehow was playing last chance qualifier drafts at a GP in
My internet
Toronto, and I was seated with like 6 guys from Boston in my draft pod, and they kept saying Mia. And
That would get me too, I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, I can't draft.
That would be distracting. I feel you.
Can you believe this guy
You
passed
passed
me all
me
these
a Mia?
Mia?
He passed me up.
Hey, how many Mia you got in your deck? Oh man, I got a f***ing Mia factory over here. Not me,
I've got
fellas.
two
I got a
pals.
Mia 7 Mia.
Guys got 2 palace Mia's wicked.
Oh,
Dark Steel Mia.
man. Oh, man. All right.
Who am I? I'm the guy that knows how to f***ing booster draft. You must be the other guy.
I have a deep love for the card Perilous Mirror. I played a lot of it in my mono red deck so that I could bolt it to kill my opponent's core Firewalker.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason.
That was
Do you like apples? Do you like apples, Jason?
Yeah, I like apples.
How you like these apples, huh?
I got a number. You know that with the huge head? I got a phone number. Oh, why? What do you mean, why? Yeah, that's Mini Driver. No thanks, man.
I've never really
I got a
been to
number. So
Boston.
what?
Is this what it's like?
Boston is the scariest place on earth to drive in that I've ever been.
Really?
It's like, I took an Uber in Boston, and I've never been more scared in my life, and I've been, like, shot at.
I had a bad experience in an Uber. I wasn't in Boston. I was in, like, a suburb of Boston. But I also had a terrible Uber experience.
Southie.
So I guess that's all I need to know about it. All right. Cass has generously prepared MTGStocks Game for us this week. MTGStocks is the best place. It's where we go for all of our segments, it turns out. It's where we go for Breaking Bulk. It's where we go for the MTGStocks Game, curiously named. And it's where we go for Pick of the Week. And you know what? It's because it's the best. All right, Cass. Your turn to try to quiz us this week. See if I can hop in and get some right answers here while I'm on the other side. MTGStocks Game, you're going to take 5 cards either in a cycle or in a set, and we're going to try to put them in order of price.
So, my original plan was to do the Chancellors from New Phyrexia, but, like, 3 of them are bulk, basically. So that'd be no fun. So I decided to continue our trend of doing land cycles, and we're going to do the Kaladesh Enemy Fastlands.
Ooh.
So that is,
I got this.
for reference for everybody, that is enemy colors. So we have Blooming Marsh, Concealed Courtyard, Botanical Sanctum, Spire Bluff Canal, and Inspiring Vantage.
I think I've got this like down pat.
These have gone. I'm curious. These have gone up.
Yeah.
I feel like these have gone up and down over, like, in order over the past few years.
So
of order of
Spire Bluff
price.
Canal's got to be number 1, right?
Spire Bluff's number 1. Blooming Marsh is number
Blue-
2.
Blue green or blue black is going to be
Blue black's number.
Yeah.
Blue Black's not in this cycle.
No, green black.
I'm
or
sorry, green.
green
the marsh
blue.
is what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Green black.
I think Sanctum might be number 2, but I play a lot of
Botanical
historic.
Sanctum's 3.
3. Okay.
I am
Marsh is
very
2.
confident. My
So you're
answer
saying red, blue, green, black, green, blue.
Jason, use guilds. Jesus Christ.
No, that's correct. Though.
Guilds?
That is
That's
what
correct.
he's saying.
Red, blue, green, black, white, blue.
Hey man, keep up.
It's actually the Prismari. That's the only one I know from.
I was gonna
Strixhaven,
say,
so.
I think you dug yourself a hole.
Quandrix is Simic.
You got, come on, I know all of them from Strixhaven.
Witherbloom. I know because Witherbloom
Yes.
Command.
It was way too close to Harry Potter for me.
Silver Quill is black.
I just couldn't care about Harry Potter.
And Lorehold is red white to be Inspiring Vantage. So is Inspiring Vantage more or less
Concealed Courtyard's
expensive
the
than
bottom
Courtyard?
one. Concealed Courtyard is absolutely the bottom one.
The black white one.
Yeah.
It got yeah.
So you're saying black white, white red, green blue, blue black, blue red?
He is.
Yes.
He is.
I
DJ's
can't believe I
locking
pulled
that one
that
in?
off. I was just
Yeah.
doing a bit, but I did them in reverse order.
You
But
did.
anybody
Yeah,
else?
that's what I think.
We all locking in the same answer?
It's like
think
saying
so.
the alphabet backwards.
No,
just
no,
makes my
I want to
brain
say
fuzzy.
green blue is second and blue or green black is third.
Okay.
I'm going to
Corbin?
swap them because I'm feeling ballsy.
No, I'm in on that order.
DJ's order or Jason's order?
DJ's.
All right, final answers in.
We're all wrong. Red white is the most because of Pioneer.
The only person who's wrong today is Jason.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I was
you-
just trying to go.
You were close.
Oh, okay, Corbin, you just agreed with DJ that you don't.
No,
What are
I hear
clapping?
you, but look, I
Were
might
you
have
clapping for?
he saved me.
You
He
wrote
saved-
your name on a group assignment.
Yeah, that's how the world works. Elon Musk didn't invent cars either, Jason.
For what it's worth, the number 2 and number 3 spot, Blooming Marsh is at 1077, and Botanical Sanctum is at 983, according to MTGstocks average price.
That's closer than I
They are
thought.
close. They
So it's
are
very
close,
close race.
They are. I don't know. I thought the green blue one was more mostly
I
because I was
believe-
bitching.
Well, the
that I
green
had
blue
to pay
one,
so
the
much.
green blue one was $15 at one.
Yeah.
So
I believe all of them have seen reprints in like Challenger decks. I think all of them have,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is interesting to think about. They've all been reprinted, but not really.
yeah, and then
Concealed
they're
Courtyard
clutch
and Inspiring Vantage were 4-ofs for sure.
Yeah. Inspiring Vantage has actually managed to climb back up pretty
Yeah.
nicely. It's neck and neck with Botanical Sanctum. It's like $1 or $2 under.
yeah. that
Still,
is-
Courtyard's like $1.50 though. That card is dead.
Yeah.
What did it? What product was it?
It's just
in?
never
Uh,
been good.
Yeah, Thoughtseize
Well,
and Stoneforge
yeah.
Mystic hasn't been good for like a decade.
Sure.
something like that. Yeah, but
Its price is Marsh flat.
oh man. All right. Well, before we get to pick of the week, there's one other update that continues with something we've talked about on this podcast, which is the disconnect between Arena, digital Magic, and paper Magic. So they have announced an update. This is coming out today, so this week for everyone listening, for Lord of the Rings and the Wilds of Eldraine, which are sets later this year. They will happen in store before they happen online. Additionally, you can get draft set and collector boosters alongside commander decks and bundles at pre-release events. And starting, this was one with Phyrexia. Every new set is legal for constructed play, beginning with pre-release events. So this is them doubling down on the pre-release is really just the release.
This doesn't really change anything, right? It's just for Walmart.
It's just an it's an expansion of the products, and I got a little insight actually into this recently about sort of some of the challenges they face with this, but this and why it's been sort of piecemeal as they roll it out. But yeah, they're more bringing more and more in line that everything's just happening on the pre-release, and it's happening in paper before it happens in Arena.
Yeah, I mean, the
that's
TLDR of this is like, the pre-release is now the release for everybody except Walmart and Target, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, when it's legal in constructed play and you can get any of the boosters and commander sets you want, pretty much.
LGSs were the only ones respecting the street date. Target and Walmart didn't give it. So, like, this is... It's not great, but, like, this is the best way to level the playing field for LGSs because they were getting punished severely for doing the right thing.
It's weird because this actually punishes LGSs in another way, where they have to have money up front for their pre-release allocation and their release allocation on the same week, which for LGSs with worse cash flows can be like a huge issue.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if it, because they would have been just staggered a week apart. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
generally,
a
you
week
can get
could be a
your
big
payment
difference when it comes
processors to
cash
pay
flow.
out by then.
Yeah. So I mean, I at least am glad that everything is the doubling down on paper is what I like to see. Not that I don't play a lot of Arena, but it was so just, and I get during the pandemic or whatever, but even before that, when it was new Magic set, you've learned for 20 years that you go to a pre-release, we're going to train you out of that. Now sit at home and play Arena. Right? It was
no table required.
I kind of miss the big pre-releases, but I see why they did away with those because like it's better for the LGS. But man, playing like an 8-round tournament, the pre-release was dope.
They basically brought those back last year.
Yeah, I mean we kind of are having one.
You can have them.
Command Fest Richmond has like a 20K pre-release, right?
Yeah,
Well, that's the perfect way to
not
do
March of
it.
the Machines.
Is to give people the option.
SCG Con Indy was basically a pre-release for Phyrexia All Be One.
Yeah, and like I think that's cool that they have some option for that.
Yeah.
I recently played in a Pokemon pre-release, and Pokemon pre-releases are like 2 weeks before the set comes out, and the cards aren't legal for Standard for another 21 days after the set release.
Oh.
So everyone has time to get their cards.
40 days, 30 plus days, 30, 40 days to get your cards.
Yeah.
From when they first become available in your hands, or you can play them.
Man, Magic 30 days and they rotate out a Standard.
Rotate out a mock. All right, well, let's wrap things up this week with the segment that some of you skipped right to, and that's okay. Pick of the week.
Pick of the week. Pick of the week. Pick of the week. Time for the pick of the week.
And that's okay. Pick of the
That's
week.
not okay. That's so low value
Listen.
information.
In Magic, people just scroll to the deck lists and screenshot them in articles. That's all they do. No one reads your strategy content. No one reads your commander book, and they just screenshot the deck list, and that's fine.
That's like going to KFC for the wet wipes.
I mean, the wet wipes the tastiest thing at KFC.
So you're calling pick of the week the wet wipes of this podcast?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't
Pick
think
of the
At
week
end,
is like
makes you feel clean.
they're like the frosty.
it's like the chicken
it's
skin. It's like
going
the
to be
best part
value
of
in
the
the
meal.
future. A KFC wet wipe was worth like $1 million in the movie The Book of Eli. So I'm saying KFC wet wipes are actually valuable later, just like our finance advice.
Cass, have you ever seen F is for Family?
I have not.
Oh, there's a character in there who makes an entire chicken skin restaurant. He only sells the skins.
It's the best part of the fried chicken. It's so good.
Getting, this skin conversation has gone too far. It is time for my pick of the week, and this is from a set that you've forgotten existed because no one cared. Innistrad Midnight Hunt, the mythic bloodthirsty adversaries. Anyone know what it does offhand?
No.
I don't even know
card's
what
great.
color that is.
That card's awesome. It's in my opinion, it's the best red 2-drop for cube we've ever had.
Thank you.
It's a Direfleet Daredevil-esque card. It's a 2-mana 2/2 with haste that you can.
Yep. And a big ass paragraph.
I don't remember what the mechanic is called, but you can pay a red and 2 colorless any number of times when it comes into play. And
Yeah.
for each time you paid that, you can exile an instant or sorcery from an opponent's graveyard and cast it for free.
Ooh.
So they didn't give this mechanic a name because it needed too many words.
Sure.
It was too broken. Yeah, you're right. 2 and a red any number of times. When you pay this cost 1 or more times, put that many 1/1 counters on Bloodthirsty Adversary, then exile that many instant or sorceries with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard and copy them.
From your graveyard. I was close.
So you
You
at
were
least get
very
something
close
if
for the-
somebody
This thing has a
Try some
lot of words on it.
grave wipe shenanigans, so you're not completely blown out. You got a 1/1 counter for your.
I mean, it's a 2/2 haster that scales up, right?
It is cool that like the going rate for a rare or better 2-mana red creature now is like a 2/2 haste for 2. Like Ash Zealot's no longer the exception; it's kind of the rule, and I think that's like a cool. Like obviously it's like power creepy, but I think it's a good thing that we're getting more dynamic creatures at 2 mana.
And the rate at which the power creep happened is acceptable, I think.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. I
Remember
guess
when
I'll go.
Gorehouse Chainwalker was a standard 4 of?
Oh, I sure do. I played the hell out of that card. You cast a card off Burning Tree Emissary, my guy. Turn 1 Cackler, turn 2 Emissary, Gorehouse Chainwalker. Game was over.
What about what was that guy's name? The shaman, the 3/4 for 3. That Burning Tree.
Burning
Shaman.
Tree Shaman. I played that one in Modern a little bit early on.
That card was legit. All right, I got one. I got a pick of the week. So, you may have guessed Thrall Parasite is in Vogue magazine right now because of Tom Bombadil, who Corbin named a dog after, probably. The Tom Bombadil decks are going to be, sagas, but, it's going to be an Enchantress deck. So anything that does enchantment-y stuff is going to be pretty good. And there are still copies of Doomwake Giant for under $1. That's not correct. Scoop them before they're gone.
It was
That
a
set was
pre-release
so
promo, but that
bad.
pre-release also happened 9 years ago, so...
And that set was terrible.
Also, that card is really strong. People don't remember how strong that card is sometimes.
Yeah.
You cast a Replenish, and then you're like, oh.
I have no board. All right, Cass, DJ, you jumping in?
I'm jumping in because my pick of the week is roughly 2 sentences.
Let's hear it.
Mistra's Bauble should not be a sub $1.50 card. Send a tweet.
Oh.
I buy that for $1.50.
I think I kind of agree with you. It's just in everything.
What is that? The RoboCop reboot? I'd buy that for $1.50.
If
I'd
I
buy that for $1.
If I want to add in a couple more characters to fit the tweet limit, like Brothers War had very high supply, but it can't last forever. Mistra's Bauble sells like 40 copies a day on TCG Player.
I would have preferred some emojis, but yeah, that's good.
Like the winking tongue out emoji, like, eh.
All right, Cass. Finish up the segment for this week. What are you looking at?
My pick of the week is Kethis, the Hidden Hand. They print like 100 legends every set, and so far of the Lord of the Rings spoilers we've gotten, 3 of them are not legendary permanents. The rest of them are. So, like,
nice.
this card's kind of just a matter of time before it either gets broken in Modern again, or it becomes more popular in Commander. Like, has a
So
cost
have you
reduction effect
seen-
and a recursion effect. That's
Have you seen the new builds of this in Historic on Arena?
I thought it was
Enlighten
banned
me.
in Historic.
No, I've been playing it again. The new Jace, the completed Jace, you just mill yourself and then you mill them.
Oh, that's sick.
I'll ship you the list, Cass. It top
I-
8 the
I'm-
Arena Championship last weekend, and I've been playing it because I love that deck, and it's disgusting how good it is.
I'm never going to play Arena, so you don't have to ship me the list. Also, I was confused because it's banned in Explorer, and I'm not really sure what Explorer is.
It's Pioneer-ish. I play
Okay.
Historic, which is like everything goes.
Gotcha.
So I don't know the rules of Pioneer or Explorer, except that it's supposed to be Pioneer, but they recognize that they don't have all the cards yet. But it's supposed to be the true to paper format, whereas Historic is the Arena only go
Gotcha.
wild stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
Kethis, to your point, Kethis has been broken again already, and we'll see. Is Kethis legal in Pioneer?
No, banned in Pioneer, but very
what I
legal in Modern. And someday the Breach players are going to get their Underworld Breach ban, and their Mox Ambers are going to have to go somewhere.
That's true. That's
That's
exactly
kind
right.
of what my logic is for not Mox Ember. Mishra's Bauble, the card is currently legal in Modern and Legacy, and it probably won't be forever, but I think it
Yeah.
hits $3 to $4 before it does get banned eventually.
For what it's worth, in Legacy after Expressive Iteration got banned, some of the Blue-Red Delver lists have been playing more Baubles. Someone got second in the Legacy Challenge with a deck that was playing 8 Baubles, like the full 8.
Oh,
Urza's
wow.
and Mishra's. The deck was really good at playing a turn 2 Murktide.
What
Play
was
that.
Urza's Bauble? Was that
Jeez.
from Ice Age?
Yeah.
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 Ice Age in 5th
Wow.
edition. I know it's in 5th edition because Korean white border copies exist, and they're like $100 a piece, and I've seen like 2 for sale ever.
That's hot.
That's my vice, is finding like that. So
All right, well, there you go, everybody. Thank you for tuning in this week. Thank you to our sponsor, MTGStocks, and thank you to our other sponsor, Coalesce Apparel and Design. We would encourage all of you to go check out Coalesce's
Buy
website.
our
Use
new
the gift code.
hoodie.
Buy the hoodie, gift code Brainstorm Brewery. You can use that gift code for our merch. You can use that gift code for
Put
any of the
Cass's
merch on the
face
website.
on your skin.
I realize something that sucks is that because my face is on the hoodie, I can never wear it, otherwise it's tacky. And it's a really
Oh,
cool hoodie, and I
well,
want to wear it.
Wear it to at least Magic events. Then I think it works there, right?
But I can't wear it. I can't. Everyone else can.
You don't have it in you. Okay.
I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, next time you see me in an event, I'm likely to be wearing it because it's a cool hoodie. So go check
It is.
out all of our merch.
What's the line, like you carry others to a treasure you cannot take or whatever, the
Yeah.
Avengers, like,
I don't know, but it sounded deep.
well, no, it's
a
like
Red
the
Skull.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guide others to a treasure I cannot possess.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
what it
I
is.
also love Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, everybody, as always, thank you for listening to Brainstorm Brewery. We'll see you next week.